Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. So today I'm just going to go back to a game that I go back to reasonably often, which is Necromunda Underhive Wars, which is a game I like a lot, a turn-based game. I've talked about it often on the channel. It's one of my favourite turn-based games. I would say, barring a couple of things, it would be almost my favourite turn-based game. There's just a couple of bits and pieces about it that are not quite what I'd hope. But anyway, you can go back and watch the previous videos. I'm not going to go into all that again. But it's a really good game. It's a really fun game. Each mission can take a very long time and they're quite complex because of the way these levels and the layout of the arenas you fight in. And I'm coming back to it today because I was looking through the PlayStation sale, which is always a PlayStation sale, and I don't think I've ever bought a game digitally that wasn't in a sale. And I saw that House Cawdor, which is one of the gangs in Necromunda that I hadn't purchased, it's a separate DLC, was on sale. It was only like £4 generally, but it was half priced, and I thought, well, I wouldn't mind trying it because I like this game a lot, and sometimes you just need a little change in the game to get back into it. There are games you'll notice from the channel, and I'm sure with everybody that plays games anyway, there's games that you get into a bit and just suddenly don't play again. There's sometimes games you play very little and just don't particularly like, that's a different thing. And there's games, and there's probably not that many games for most people that you always come back to at some point. This is one of those. I've come back to it many times, and then I'll take a break, not because I want to take a break, I'll just play other games and I'll think, oh, I remember I really like that. So I thought I'd give House Cawdor a go. I've been hiring my own gang members. You can start with a starter gang, which just gives you pre-built gang members, but because I play this game so much, I don't know how to do it. I've just been making my own, and here you can see how House Cawdor look. They're kind of the poor man's gang, I think, according to what I've read from their gang description, which is fine. They wear a lot of what looks like bandages. I don't know if that's bandages or what that is, but yeah. Anyway, but they look different, and I'll show you how different they can look. So these usual different types, there you can see. They've got very interesting mask headgear things, I think is the thing I'd noticed about them, which is different from all the other gangs. Very different, as you can see. It's all very cool. Colour wise you can change it, and you can change the gang members look once you get into the game, and you can customise everything. There's loads of customisation in this game, but yeah, you can just pick a different type and then customise them later. So I think we'll go for yeah, I like those whip kind of things. We'll go for that one. Well, there you go, we've got our gang. I've not got any more money to buy any more gang members, so that's our gang. So yeah, they all look cool. I may customise the colours later once I get to see how they kind of play. Because even in the gangs you play often, different gang members get different abilities, and there's different ways they play. Different gangs play differently, different gang members play differently. Even I've found that you've got the same gang member with the same first kind of job, so that can be a survey tech, for example, or a brawler, but two different ones can play differently because of how you've set them up or what they've got. So one can have could have dual weapons, one can have a gun and a whip or an axe. They set up differently anyway, so I'll see how these play and see how I want to customise them. But yeah, that's House Cawdor. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this. I think it's the last DLC for this game that I could possibly get, so I'll give this a little go, see how it plays out, and I'm sure at some point in the future I will update again about this game. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming. Till next time.